Good morning again. Prop trading has become a common investment in the financial world, especially among the younger generation. It's an incredible opportunity. However, while prop trading has gained popularity, many aspiring prop traders decided to exit their investment journeys too soon, leaving us with questions about prop trading as a suitable investment choice. In this panel, we'll explore, is prop trading for everyone? How to choose prop trading firms, the best practices in 2025, and how technology is changing prop trading. Our esteemed moderator today is Ramia Farrage from Forbes Middle East. She's the senior producer and presenter at Forbes Middle East and has been a moderator in many public forums. And from its launch in 2007 until 2021, Ramia led the Emirates News broadcast on Dubai One TV. Would you please welcome her and our wonderful panel here today to the IFX Expo.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. What a pleasure it is to be at IFX Dubai 2025. I'm so excited for this panel. We're joined by Luka Knezic, co-founder of Tradelocker. How did I pronounce your last name? Please correct me.
It was okay. It was okay.
Was it okay?
It's Knezic.
Pardon me?
It's Knezic.
Knezic. Forgive me, Luka.
No worries. No.
And we're also joined by Pavel Dusek, the COO of FTMO. It's great to have you guys with us. You're both proprietary trading experts, and we're going to learn so much from you today. So my first question is prop trading for everyone? I mean, what's the purpose of modern prop firms, and for whom are they suitable?
Thank you, Ramia. Hello, everybody. I can answer the first question. Yes, prop trading is for everyone and it's not for everyone, right? Yes and no. Anybody can go to a website, anybody can choose any prop firm and sign up and trade. However, the way how prop trading firms identify themselves, we have to think of getting back to basics. Prop firms came to the picture because we wanted to first resolve the problem of undercapitalization in retail traders. Second thing is to instill the risk management, right? Because many traders don't know how to trade properly. So we wanted to handle these two issues in the first place. And trading as itself is a challenging and demanding profession. It's not something to be taken for granted. It's not something easy. So you don't really go to prop firm to start trading and think that you're going to make a lot of money. You have to take this course, you have to learn first, you have to educate yourself, you have to do the baby steps to get to the level where you will be fit to trade for prop firm, right? And at FTMO we always say that we are not here for beginners, we don't target beginners, we're looking for experienced and professional traders. And our customer support, they are trained to convey this message to our clients or to whoever wants to come and trade for prop firms. Because after all, it's not easy, right? And we keep on saying it all the time. That's why the evaluation itself starts with the stage which is called challenge. It's challenging, it's difficult, there are rules and parameters, so it's not suitable for everyone. However, these days there are so many companies out there and everyone can choose which company fits their needs, right? So you might have a strategy or system and you might be an experienced trader and you find a prop firm that suits to your needs with their product offering. Some don't, some do, but that's really up to everyone to make their choice.
And we're going to get into all of these details over the next half hour, but Luka, do you agree?
Well, obviously, good answer to the question, but I would say somewhere on the way, the sole reason why prop firm exists got lost, and it is to find the best traders and to then share the profits with them. And that's coming back to the first principles why a prop firm exists. And they exist for a long time, but just in the last few years, this got lost on the way. I think we'll go back to it, maybe very slowly. We were just discussing that, but it's going to get back there.
And we are going to get to that subject of prop firm traders getting lost in a few moments. But first, I want to know a little bit about prop trading, how it's commonly viewed as risky. How do we choose the right prop firm to mitigate any risk And how do we spot potential red flags when making our choice?
As I mentioned, there's a lot of prop firms on the offer these days, right? But it's up to everyone to do a proper research and a due diligence. Look around, make sure that before you entrust to somebody, that you really do some research by yourself. And I mean by yourself, you have to put in the work to spend some time on the internet and look for reviews. The reviews, you should look at multiple sources, Trustpilot, Forex Factory, Forex Peace Army, YouTube reviews, right? Make sure that your opinion and that your research is not biased. If you're cooperating or if you're with some educator or trading guru or you're part of a community and they tell you, hey, you should be working with this prop or with this company, it's a single subjective opinion usually, and quite often these people, they have some incentives, right? They get rebates, they get commission, they get any kind of promotion if they recommend someone one-sided. So after all, it's your decision, it's your money, wherever you purchase the program for you to build that career, to get to the stage where you really make some money with a company that you trust, right? So make sure you do your proper due diligence, and make sure you understand the concept clearly. Look at the website, and the reputable and solid prop firms, they should have the terms and conditions clearly displayed on the website. At the same time, you can also ask for a sample of the contract, because after all, you get to a stage where you will have money involved, so usually you have to sign a contract, right? The prop firm should be able to explain things which are in the contract and in terms and conditions, and you also look for some kinds of limitations, restrictions, because these are usually on a small print, and you don't get to see them publicly on the website, right? And last thing is experience the company yourself in the first place. The company should offer a free trial, right? Because you have to practice for what you're going into before you really entrust the company to put in your money. So take a free trial, see the trading conditions if they suit you, make sure the execution is good to your standards, and of course, last but not least, experience the customer support, right? Make sure the company is your partner and they can support you along the way for whatever. If there's any issue, technicality, if you don't understand the rules, the customer support should be available to you 24/7 through various channels, including phone calls, because if you're in a heated situation and you need your partner to help you, make sure the support is there to support you along the way, and you don't want to wait hours or days to get the response if you have money involved in the game.
And Luka, how would you say traders can really recognize unethical practices in the prop trading industry? Pavel touched upon this, accessing websites and YouTube recommendations, but do you have any other suggestions?
So there are the obvious ways, but just to go also over the last question, if a trader had a magical button and they could press it and get everything they wanted, they will never say no to more money, faster payouts, and trading less, spending less time, just quick profits, right? And which is bad in most cases because that's not realistic, and that's why they're making wrong choices. And what I think is going to happen is you can look at the review sites and stuff like that, but that's easy to fake. And what is not, like, we should go back to, again, the first principles, what is not possible to fake, as much proof as possible. So I think the prop firm that will show transparently things that are not comfortable to show, and they'll go overboard with being so transparent that it's undeniable they're there, they're safe, they're reputable, they won't be late with payments, they will pay out on time, the exact amount, and they will also teach you how to trade, will win. I think we're going back there. We also, as a platform, are now promoting this, talking to many, many prop firms. We are trying to motivate them to do this, and we as a platform can help them with this, with being transparent. We're launching an ecosystem where we will promote prop firms and the challenges, and the prop firms that will be transparent and will decide to show what others want will be rewarded.
Can I just also connect on this very quickly? Two more things to look into is when you do your research, one of the red flags is that you see reviews where traders were denied their payouts. And that should be a red flag for you to say, hey, I'm not going there, because that really is what that all matters, right? You don't want to have your payout rejected. At the same time, the prop firm, they usually have a risk team which is looking into how traders trade. If your trade is on the edge, if you trade in a way which is not comfortable or doesn't suit the parameters of the prop firm, that company should deal with you professionally. You should be given notice or warning. And we've seen it, unfortunately, in this industry that traders, after reaching certain stage and they've been waiting for payouts, they've been kicked out, right? That's not a good practice, so this is a red flag that traders should be aware of, definitely.
Tell us about the specific resources that traders can rely on when choosing a prop firm, and how can they save time on research and all of the different ways that you mentioned they should be looking into the legitimacy of these prop firms?
Well, specific resources, I wouldn't say that one specific one is the best one. As Pavel mentioned, there are many review sites, websites of prop firms, and communities, but none of these are undeniable. What I think is undeniable is if a prop firm can show their reserves, the payouts, the revenue, the profits. In some countries it's public, like in Czech Republic. Same thing in some countries in European Union, and that helps traders. The prop firms that will go there will become the source of truth. And as I said, we just launched this ecosystem where it will also be transparent and as transparent as possible. So things that we can control, we will reward. Like for example, which prop firms have how many traders, the payouts, the connection to the blockchain if possible, all these things that we will try to make as undeniable as possible.
And how would you say that prop firms can really promote their offerings to attract new traders and to keep these new traders engaged?
Yeah, I think the same way. Again, what is the one thing that sells everything? If a trader knows that you have and can see all this proof, that sells everything. And if that trader is profitable, that trader will bring more traders, and then you can ask them for the review, for the podcast. They can teach others. They can start their own community. You can help them start their own community, and then they all become small businesses inside of your business and promote your business. But yeah.
I'll connect on is that you should also look for what's on the product, right? There's a core product which is the evaluation in most cases before you get to make some money in a demo environment. But at the same time, there are services and added value that you can get from the prop firm, right? It's not only about the core product. Yes, that's all that matters, but it's approximately 80%. Then look into prop firms who have further things to offer: tools, features, services, calculators, psychology, right? At FTMO, we believe psychology is extremely important in trading. That's why from the beginning, we have a performance coaches who help our traders for free, right? And last year, 2024, we've also released psychology course, and we are heavily focused on education. That's why we also have a content, we have a blog, we do education articles, and other things that come along with that, right? So these are the things that matter. And if traders, unfortunately, it happened that here and there they violate the account and they're not happy about it. But in the end, did they have a good experience? Did they gain some value out of the everything, right? They might have learned new things, and the tools that were given to them help, right? Also look into what channels are available for these traders, what channels they have for pay-in, what channels they have for payouts. All these things matter, right? So diversified portfolio of services, tools, features, and everything, that gives the entire experience for the trader, not only the evaluation itself.
Yeah, and if I like to imagine how it looks like in a huge corporation. For example, if you were in a prop firm, let's say in an office where on Wall Street, for example, there is a prop firm, and what would they do? How would they treat their traders? How to get as close to that experience as possible online.
Now, Luka, you mentioned earlier that some prop traders are leaving this trade. Why are they doing so? Why are they quitting their trading journeys?
What was the first sentence, sorry?
You mentioned earlier that some prop traders are quitting. They're quitting the industry. Why?
Well, they just get disappointed, and whether it is because they got scammed or they just were not profitable. Traders who are profitable will just continue trading, and I think that first time experience is important, and the expectations of a trader that just enters the industry is important. And that's why it's not selling profitable, like not selling profits because you buy challenge is important. Sell the education, sell the psychology, sell the next 5 or 10 years of their career, because a trader that will quit anyways. And they will, even if they generate some profit, at some point they will quit, and that's just a part of human psychology. And whatever, if a person is consistent, disciplined, if they know what they're doing and they have experience, they will succeed in anything. And the same thing goes with traders, in my opinion.
I can add to that I wouldn't necessarily say that traders quit prop trading. Some do, some don't, right? But I wouldn't necessarily generalize this. We've seen in our company that some traders quit and some don't, right? It's a continuous process. It takes long. It's not that you're gonna get the account and be profitable and make money in a year. It's a long-term process. That's why we always say that traders should treat the account with longevity in mind, right? It's a process which takes years, if not decades. And as a matter of fact, some traders quit, yes. And that is usually because some of them really got to the stage where they make some money and they put them into a brokerage account, right? Don't forget that we are here as a prop firms and there are brokers as well. Brokers give you all kinds of freedoms and you're not bound by restrictions that usually are with the prop firms. So if you make some money, you put them in a brokerage. And if you have the ecosystem which allows you to do this, there's no reason for quitting trading and you just get money from prop and invest it in broker, right? And trade your own money in there. But at the same time, I say, see, this industry, trading is not easy. It's a profession as any other, right? So traders who quit, they might realize that it's not suitable for them. And it's not really suitable for everyone. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is a game for advanced or professional traders. So if you realize in time that this is not for you and that you're not a good trader, that's maybe a positive sign.
Yeah, I would just also add, I agree with Pavel. Traders quit trading, but they don't quit prop firms necessarily. Usually they buy a few challenges from different prop firms and jump between prop trading and live trading. So that's the usual case that we see, for example.
So who is here to stay and where can traders put their trust?
FTMO is here to stay, of course. No, prop firms with a history, right? In this industry nowadays, there's approximately 300, if not even more. We already lost track of how many prop firms out there. And these days, there are tech providers who basically give you a solution, white label solution, just like that. So if you're an entrepreneur, you want to start a prop firm, it's as easy as getting things done in a week or two, right? And you have a company, but where's your reputation? Where's your history? Where's your team? You have to look into companies which are robust. You have to look into companies which respect the value of their services and product. And it's really up to everyone to do their own due diligence, because after all, you are putting your money, you are putting all the time and efforts and risk. And this industry rewards traders who are genuine and honest about their trading, and they treat it seriously and responsibly, right? If you go to unknown companies because they have a lot of incentives, bonuses, discount after discount, and promotion after promotion, and illogical incentives in terms of 200% refund and all these kinds of things, does it make any sense? Do they really care about their traders? Or do they go for the volume? Do they need a lot of traders to incentivize inexperienced traders who are looking for discount? Or does the prop firm respect their value and have a pricing policy which is stable and robust so that you can entrust them and, you know, be sure that you have a safe partner alongside?
I got a simple answer. The best will stay. It's like in any business, the best will stay. It'll become easier and easier to launch a prop firm. In maybe 5-10 years, it will be easier to launch a trading platform. And it's just similar thing with any tech. It's just going to become one click, or ask AI, launch me a prop firm. In 5 years, I'm sure that will be possible. And then how do you differentiate? what do you do next? So that's, I think, important to notice.
And what would you say is next for prop firms? How do you see them developing further, especially with the benefits of AI and other technologies? What is your crystal ball telling you about the future?
AI, the buzzword, everyone's talking about it. It's amazing, it's perfect, we all love it, don't we? I mean, hands up who's using ChatGPT. Look at it, right? ChatGPT is amazing. 2 or 3 years ago, no one was using it, no one believed in what it is and how it works. These days, it's helping everyone in their work routine, right? And 2 years back, we heard about ChatGPT. We went to search, like, what is FTMO? And it gave us 2 pages of what we do, how we function and everything, and we were shocked. Normally, you would have to really put in work and do your research, look for multiple pages, and see. AI is amazing, and we don't really know if anything's going to happen in trading. As of now, we haven't seen that traders really use AI to help them in their strategies and in their decision making, but who knows, it might change in the future. But at the same time, we should be really grounded and understand that, you know, look at a couple of years ago when there was a buzz about algo trading. You remember algorithmic trading, right? Everybody believed that if you code your strategy into an EA or a trading bot, it will solve all your problems because you have the logic, it's there, it's been back-tested, and you can forward test it and plug it as a portfolio of your robots to a platform. But has it changed anything? Is it still like people are profitable these days because they have algorithmic portfolio? Probably not, right? And traders believe that they will remove discretion when they code things into algos. They haven't. Discretion is important. How will AI handle discretion in the future? Traders will still need to understand market dynamics, depth of market, fundamentals, technicals, geopolitics. All these things matter, right? If you don't understand this, because AI cannot predict future, right? AI can do things based on the data, but they cannot predict future. And trading is about predicting future. And another hype which was there just recently was NFTs. Look at NFTs. I mean, there was one thing that quickly went silent. It's gone now. It's pretty much useless, if I can say my subject opinion. But AI is amazing. AI is perfect. We don't know. Maybe in the future it will work with quants and there will be amazing system and strategies. But it's always been that retail has been paying to professionals. And who knows if this notion will last or not.
Yeah, maybe the question is, if AI solves the trading problem, then will trading even exist anymore? So that's the advantage of being a trader and a profitable trader, that there is a low chance that you will be disrupted in the next X years. There will be, of course, changes of how you start a business, how you launch a business, how you operate a business. From that perspective, a lot will change, but being a trader and how you trade unlikely will change in this decade. What I think, I'm always looking at what's the highest probability, what's obvious. What's obvious to me, Pavel probably has much more experience with the traders. I talk to businesses, and what I see is there is a need in transparency, that the program that will be transparent will win, and the traders, I think, will care less about discounts and fast profits, at least the good traders. And if there is a solution to really reward the good traders and be transparent at the same time, that's a win for everybody. So, yeah.
So AI is not going to revolutionize the future of trading. Is that what we're saying?
It is, I think, inevitably. It's just a matter of when. I think we agree that it won't happen in the short term, also because of AI adoption, but it will happen at some point, for sure.
We have an amazing future ahead of us, but I wouldn't necessarily rely that there's going to be a saver in terms of AI that will solve all our problems. Traders will still have to know how to trade, right? AI will not solve that.
I want to open up the floor to questions. We do have a mic that we can pass around. I'm sure there are some questions from the audience for Pavel and Luka. Please, yes, go ahead. Can we have a mic over here, please?
Hi, I would like to ask, you said that AI would not solve the trading problem in the future, but do you also mean to say that even the algos won't be solving the trading problems in the future, or algos will solve or are solving the problem how do you see differentiation between algos and AI in trading future?
Will algorithms solve the trading problems, and will they be used more heavily in future?
Yeah, it will be easier and easier to use algos, but will they solve a problem? Depends. Like if you can develop an algo that is profitable, probably it's rare if it even exists in the retail, in my opinion. If you do have it, you're probably not selling it online. And will it solve the problem? Which problem? Like if it's about being profitable, then yes, I think it already exists. You don't need AI for that. And I think AI will just merge with algos. It's going to make them more complex, and it won't be just if-then variable, but it will learn and adapt and be dynamic.
Thanks, Luka. Yeah, I'll add to this. Algos are amazing, right? I myself, I was believing in algos so much. 7 years ago, I developed a portfolio of algo robots, 100 of them. All of them were back-tested, data which went down 20 years back, and had Monte Carlo testing, simulation, forward testing, everything. I plugged all the algos to 1 year observation in the real markets. Where do you think the equity went? Equity went downhill, unfortunately, right? But algos are here to do what you tell them to do, right? You have the logic. You code it into the EA or robot or whatever, a portfolio. It might help you in what you need, right? But as I've said, these were done and built based on the historical data, and it doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna work in the future. I mean, they can give you a higher probability, but only if the conditions are same or similar to what they were when you were backtesting them, right? You'll never know, and I wouldn't, as I mentioned before, I wouldn't necessarily rely on algo trading to save you, to give you extra advantage, right? You have to understand other things around which affect markets.
So the technology is available to complement human intelligence, not the other way around, and we don't see it substituting for human intelligence at any point in the near future, if I'm understanding our panelists. We have time for one more question. Yes, sir.
It's a two-part question. Let's say one of my kids wants to join a prop trading firm. What criteria are you looking for in a potential new trader, number one? And number two is, do they have to contribute cash?
Thank you. I wouldn't ask how old your son is, but just the fact that you've mentioned your
Or daughter.
yeah, or daughter. Just the fact that you mentioned your son, I imagine he's young. No, all right. If he's experienced, as I've mentioned at the beginning, right, we're not targeting beginners, we're not targeting young audience. We are here for professional and advanced traders. What criteria they should look for? They should understand that the evaluation process is meaningful and it makes sense. Because after all, as the investor is looking for risk management in the first place, capital preservation, and then yield, right, making some money. And if the balance of the rules is balanced in a ratio of 1-to-1 or different way, it's good. You shouldn't look for parameters which are popular, sexy, in a way that they lure the traders or whoever is interested to get into this business and have easy conditions. Easy conditions are good, but they don't teach you proper risk management.
And do they have to contribute any money? Would you like to address that question, Luka, as well?
No, let's go to the next one. I think it was perfect.
Okay. And do they need to contribute any money? That was the second part of the question.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
So if somebody wants to be hired, do they need to contribute any funds? Do they need to participate financially?
Right. No, we are in this modern prop firm online sphere, right? This is one part, and there are traditional prop firms. For traditional prop firms, historically, you had to go through a rigorous testing process to work for them, usually on a trading pit or trading floor. Modern prop firms are online globally, right? Anybody can come and see, it's an e-commerce business. You basically pay the fee for the evaluation process or for the services that are given to you. You don't deposit your money. If you had to deposit your money, these companies would need to be regulated. There is no framework for regulation as of now, so you don't put your money, you just pay for the service, for the product.
I want to thank you both so much for joining us today. I think we all know who's here to stay and where traders can put their trust after our conversation with Pavel and Luka. Thanks so much for your time today. And thank you to our wonderful audience. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ramia.